Good morning, this is James from GPX, and we've just received here in the UK the new 2026 bikes, well, some of the different models, and I just wanted to give you a walk around video of the new 300 EFI. It's a fuel injected bike with Bosch fuel injection, and we're exceptionally pleased with it. All of the GPX bikes have been completely and utterly changed over last year, completely changed. All of the plastics have changed, the chassis have changed, the seats, the subframe, the suspension has changed, the lights, the controls, part of the braking systems have changed. It's quite radical, you know, the clocks have changed. It's radical changes, and it's an amazing effort by the GPX factory, and we're absolutely astounded with it. You know, they really are. When they told me about the change, I was thinking, you know, no one likes change, do they? But they convinced me, and we went with it. And these just astounding. For a start, first thing that hits me are the decals. The red, they just look so much more modern. The red really pops, and I like that, you know. So I'm very pleased with that. They've got a 9.4 litre petrol tank, and with this engine, it should give you a range of around 100 miles. Some people have, with the 250 version of this bike, have got more than that. It's got an engine that's based upon the Honda CRF-F engine, which is a 250, but this one's obviously been bored out. It's a 6-speed. It's got electric start. Very simple to look after. Let me show you around the other side. The oil filter is simply here, so that's so easy to get at. And there's small little inexpensive oil filters, and you obviously drain the oil out the bottom and put the oil in there. So they're really easy to look after. The rear brake has remained the same. That's based upon a Brembo brake system. The exhaust, this is a new exhaust for this model. All of the plastics have changed. It's now got a new tail tidy on it, a new number plate holder, which can be separated and reduced in size if you want to do that, with obviously those two bolts. All of the lights on it are LEDs, there's no bulbs. Got a very grippy seat, and you can remove the seat, which is a massive improvement over last year. No more carrying a tool around in your pocket. You can actually just remove the seat by unscrewing that bolt and just pulling it off, so it's really easy to get at. They come with high power 120 cold cranking amp JMT lithium batteries, so they're spot on batteries which are going to last you a long time, which are going to give you loads of cranking power. These bikes have got Bosch ignition. They start up and they run beautifully smoothly. When you open the throttle just slightly, they just come in ever so slightly. So it'd be a great bike for getting grip and getting traction, because it just comes in smoothly, and then obviously it's modular according to how much you actually open the throttle. It's got a new rear shock absorber with high speed and low speed compression dials right in front of you, along with a spring preload there. And it comes with a rebound adjuster on the other side of the shock there as well. So that's all new. The shock is all new. You've got these grab handles on this bike, okay? So if you're stuck in a hole, you pull it up, you know, by the subframe. That's an alloy subframe, not a composite. You know, that's good. The coating on the forks has changed. The valving inside the forks has changed. They're now more responsive at slow speed, which you know, was never a complaint of mine. The forks are an amazing component on GPX bikes, and they're the same on all of the bikes apart from the TSE 300. But nevertheless, you know, they always want to improve things, so that's what they do. It's got these tie-down straps as well on the bike for tying your bike down in the van. Yes, it has got radiator scoops on a bike that hasn't got radiators, but you know, they add to the styling, and they also protect the side of the bike when it goes down. They're braced, and I've got to say, some owners have done a nice little trick of putting a little ledge or a little shelf down below and sliding their toolkit in there as well. So you can carry your toolkit on your bike, the GPX toolkit, which is a brilliant toolkit, in a strong pouch. You can carry it on your bike without carrying it around in a bag, so that's got to be a good thing. All of the front end is new. These new as a new light unit, new LED light, which is just as bright as last year. New mudguard, new plastics down here. What's different about the braking system is really the front brake lever is completely different. They've also got a different master cylinder on the top, which works very, very well. And you've also got, I like these double sliders. Look at these integrated bits of plastic here. You know, this plastic here, you'll have seen this on KTMs, but this wraps around the brake hose and also the speedo cable. So it's rigid, so it just slides up and down more easily rather than getting bagged out. You know what I mean? That's a real step forward. I love that. So it's got new handguards. Bars are the same. New clocks, which are all digital. I like the way that you can actually take the front light off really easily. You know, those rubber straps, they can be a bit of a bugger to actually stretch back and get back into place. You know, some of us have had to use screwdrivers. You might wedge your finger in there, but you know, it's not easy. It was never easy, especially on a cold day. You know what I'm talking about. Well, these lights here, if you unscrew these bolts, bring them up about 5 mil, then the light just pulls forward. And then when you obviously just push the light backwards and screw the screws down, and it all locates into place behind this ridge. You've got an ignition switch here, comes with 2 keys. You've got rebound adjusters on the top of the forks, on both forks, and you've got compression adjusters on the bottom of the forks, right down at the bottom, anodized compression adjusters. And believe me, the adjusters make a lot of difference. They're not just there for show. You've got bleeders on the forks. They don't come with automatic bleeders, but obviously you can unscrew them, and you can get bleeders off eBay and just to screw in there and push a button. The switches this year are dramatically better. They've got a rubberized feel to them, and they're really good quality. And I can see them just taking the weather really well and taking the hits. So, you know, I like that. And this, you know, these are really nice bits of kit as well. Your nice sturdy indicator controls, horn and flasher, and then your lights. It's got lock-on grips, good quality lock-on grips. The thing about these grips, you know, when you have those push-on glue grips, you can go out and you can drop the bike maybe a couple of times, as we do, and the end of the grip is torn already. I mean, it's like throwing money down the drain, isn't it? But these lock-on grips are so much stronger. They've got a plastic tube inside, and they are so much stronger. You can drop these bikes and it doesn't damage the end anywhere near as easily, so they last so much longer. And yeah, a pair of grips maybe down your favourite dealer, you can get one for, I don't know, for 15 quid. Well, these are like 20 quid, which is a fiver more, but they'll last you 3 times, 4 times as long. They're brilliant. So these are all the bits that I'm noticing and loving on the bike. You've got a new swinging arm here. This is a completely different swinging arm with a revised chain slider as well, which is smoothly integrated, okay, into the swinging arm. There's the rectifier regulator there, in a place where it can get some cooling heat. Comes with a big electrical bag here, which is good. This one isn't quite pulled up over the electrics like it should be, but you can pull this one up right round the front, and it sort of covers all of the electric plugs and keeps all the mud and dirt off them. Cable clutch, which works very well. Standard pretty much levers, we got loads of these. Standard lever on the other side, we got loads of those. Lovely, really poppy decals, which I like. There are also some really good mounting points underneath here, which go straight into the subframe for mounting a grab handle as well. You know, one of those straps that goes round and over. Well, that's the perfect place to mount it, so that's what I'll be doing on my one. Come with road legal tyres, E marked tyres, and they start and run really well. I mean, let me just turn this on for you, because I wouldn't be doing a full job, would I, if I didn't actually show you the bike running. Now, this bike is stone cold. Look, I wouldn't be doing that, would I, if I'd warmed the bike up. Now, you don't have to wait as long, I'm just showing you that it resets back to 0. And then literally push the button. And it's got a choke, obviously, it's all automatic, it's fuel injected. Got a charging indicator here showing the amount of charge in your battery. It's got a trip which you can reset. Believe it or not, these actual clocks, they don't have any buttons on them. But what you do to reset them is you push these buttons in a certain, you push like that and that together, and it resets the clocks back to 0. Yeah, that's it. That's about the only thing you need to do on these clocks, isn't it? I mean, it's unlikely you're going to want to change them to kilometres per hour, but you can do that. So really the only thing with trip meter is you just push that and that together, or whatever it says in the booklet, which is on our website, and it resets back to 0. So let me just show you. They run really nicely, lovely and smooth, but they've got loads and loads and loads of go. These are not slow bikes. Don't be mistaken by the air cooled and think they fall into the category of being a slow bike. They are not a slow bike. They just have air cooling, because a lot of people like air cooling because of the simplicity, because of the, you don't have to worry about radiators. You can fall off, you can roll this bike down a hill and, you know, it'll just start up straight away. So these are very popular bikes, and we've had a hell of a lot on pre-order, and I'm providing this video despite the fact that loads have sold, because some may still be available in the UK, and obviously we've got other bikes coming as well, so this video will exist for the future, and might help out the USA, GPX USA as well, in you know, showing people carefully around the bike. So I hope I've covered everything on the bike. You've got, that holds that brake line in very carefully, very nicely. Oh yeah, the seat height. We supply this bike direct from the dealer with in 2 different seat heights. You can either have it in 920, or which is a standard height, or you can have it in 880. And that work is done at the dealers before you get your bike. So you know, if you are shorter, then we can have that bike reduced in height down to a height which will give you more confidence out on the trails, and let you get your feet down, you know, when the going gets tough, like we all do. There are bar risers that we have as well, which can lift the bars up, you know, another, I think they're about you know, 35 mil, something like that. You know, they come up a fair bit, but when you get older, you know, when you're leaning over a bike all day, it does your back in. So having the bars further up alleviates pressure on your back, and it really does. It makes a nice difference. It makes a nice difference, which is and also that would allow you to slide these forks up through the yokes as well, to get the front end down in height. But that's just if you want to do it. So the options are all there. We're already working on different aftermarket accessories for this bike that we've got planned, and we'll let you know when those arrive. But they come with sturdy sump shields. Everything on the bike is sturdy. You know, they're well made. You know, they come with a 12-month warranty, and we back it with all the parts in the UK in stock. And we go out of our way to help customers, and we find that customers, if they do have a problem with their bike, they tend to message me. They can go back to their dealer, perfectly happy for that, or they can just message me, you know, in the evening or whenever, and I will get back to them ASAP with a solution. They send me a video of what's going wrong or a part, and I just wang it off in the post to them. And that's normally the way that you know, little bits and pieces you know, are sorted. I had recently a guy, his rear light went, which is unusual. So he described the problem to me, sent me a picture, sent me a little video of his pulling his, you know, it not working. And we just popped one in the post to him straight away. And it was all dealt with very, very quickly. You know, no having to take his bike down the dealership, leave it there for, you know, a week until the part got there or someone got round to dealing with it. It was all dealt with really quickly. And that's what we deal with. We really take this seriously. We're not messing around at GPX. We take it seriously. It's our absolute passion, and we love it. So anyway, there we are. I've rabbited on for too long. I do apologise. And there's the GPX 300 air cooled.